Well, it's the middle of June, and so far there have been few entries in the pop culture zeitgeist that have really characterized the overall vibe so far this year. But I think we found it. Will Smith's new single, Pretty Girls, might be the first thing you see upon entering the gates of hell as it plays on repeat for eternity. It's not so much that it's a bad song per se, but what it represents is just straight up sick. The vibe, the music video itself, and the context surrounding the track make it perhaps one of the most humiliating acts of self-castration ever captured by a performing arts entertainer. And what better year for it to come out? 2025 is the epitome of blah. You couldn't place an identity on this year if you tried. I think it perfectly encapsulates just how much of a dirge this year has been so far, and how this summer is already shaping up to be. If you were looking for a fun summer anthem to really amp you up for some sun and surf at the beach, look elsewhere, my friend. This single, by Will Smith, is just another nihilistic notch in the belt of humanity, slowly on the brink of its spiritual and physical destruction. Too dark? Well, at the very least, it's another song of Will Smith making a complete fool of himself. So let's go over it, shall we? Just for shits and gigs. So it starts out with Will Smith in therapy, which might actually be the best place for him, if not for the fact that he's poking fun at it.
Actually, I think it's gotten worse as I've gotten older. I'm literally experiencing it right now, like literally this second.
Oh. And how would you define this problem?
I like pretty girls.
It's ironic to say the least. The one place he should be, and he acts like it's the setup to a punchline. Never mind the fact that he obviously has real mental health issues that have led him to this point with his rumored soon-to-be ex-wife Jada. Now he's on this I'm single tour, and it's the most desperate thing ever. There's this lady there who is clearly overdressed for her job, and you can tell she's trying to seem sexualized to set up the next scene. So, that being said, the title of this song is a straight-up lie. I mean, am I right? Busted. Now look, I'm really not trying to offend anyone here or bash anyone's preferences, but you kind of set yourself up for it when you name your song Pretty Girls. That being said, are the pretty girls in the room with us right now? Look at these women and tell me with a straight face that they're pretty. Even if you put all these women on a graph and made a bell curve, it's still a pretty flat-ass bell. You couldn't even get off one goddamn ring with this bell. I might sound mean, but just wait till you hear how Will shades these women himself. Another thing here is, look at the size of Will Smith compared to the women in the video. He made himself small. Symbolically, it would appear that Will feels small, emasculated, and even childlike in comparison to these women, and perhaps women in general. I'm sure that has nothing to do with Jada Pinkett Smith. Absolutely nothing at all. What's being communicated here while not being explicitly stated is staggering.
I like pretty girls. Girls. I love pretty girls. Girls.
So first he likes them, now he loves them. Make up your mind, dude. You're playing with these girls' hearts, boy.
You don't gotta wait in line tonight. You too fine for the line tonight.
Yeah, I'd say these women will be laughed right out of the line at the club, so I agree.
5 + 5, you a dime tonight.
Oh, you can count. Good for you.
It's a full house, better play your cards right. I'ma post your pic if you pose. Make one phone call, you in Vogue.
Wait, do any girls these days even know what Vogue magazine is? Will Smith's type of girl is 5 years from getting a hysterectomy. And why did this song suddenly turn into the hokey pokey?
Head, shoulders, knees, toes. Hold up, wait, pose.
Hair, shoulders, knees and toes. I mean, what are we looking at here? Actually, that's what this song reminds me of. Like Will Smith trying to make the hokey pokey sound cool.
You guys want to do the hokey pokey?
The vibe is just all wrong with this song. You know that creepy uncle who comes drunk to the family barbecue and hits on all the young girls there, even ones he's related to? This is even worse than that.
I'm about to do some investing. I'll spend it on you and your bestie. You and your twin on a jet ski. I'll change your life if you let me.
This might just be the most embarrassing line in the entire song. Will Smith, the guy who built an entire career on being the bad boy cool guy who could get any girl he wanted. Mr. Miami, Men in Black, Bad Boys, Fresh Prince, saying he'll pay money to get these women to hang out with him. no longer coasting off of his bad boy charisma, because even he knows that persona faded away from him long ago. He has fallen so far as to paying for female attention. I gotta say, this might be the most depressing song I've ever heard.
All the pretty girls, put your drink up. I get you anything you think up.
Wait a minute, I had to go back and record on this extra line. Did he say that he'll get anything that they think of and hold up their drinks? What is he, the server now? Like, does he work there? What is happening?
I like BBLs, that stand for bad blink up.
BB, what the hell is that? No, that can't be right. So is Will Smith trying to reference a song from a much more successful modern rapper? I mean, if you've been paying attention to Will Smith's career as of late, this is nothing new. Before, he was trying to ride Kendrick Lamar's coattails, and now he's trying to ride T-Pain and Cardi B's. He seems like that annoying kid at the playground that you don't want to play with, but you feel sorry for him, so you let him shoot the ball a few times.
And in the club all night in the section.
Nobody says that, Will. Stop it.
Oh, yeah, you tap that. What, you think you're cool with your little Jufro?
Picture perfect, I swear you perfection. I like you, and you.
Here's your problem right here. You put the pussy on a pedestal.
You are putting the pussy up on this pedestal. You're just building the pussy up. You making the pussy into this great big Greek goddess named Pussaliath.
You think every woman is pretty, don't you, Will? Well, that kind of dilutes the meaning a bit, doesn't it? I mean, if everyone is good looking, then there can be no standards put in place. And with no standards, then these women can just get fat and unattractive and nobody can tell them to rein it in, right? You know, it may not seem like it with this song, but the insidiousness of Will Smith's simping cannot be understated. It is pathological. A man that's an enemy to himself is an enemy to every straight male on the planet. And I'm gonna stand firm on that.
It don't matter about your complexion.
Right, we get it. You'll anything with an open gash.
There's not a lot of women not pretty to me. I mean, she pretty to me. And I ain't talking about just the pretty you see.
Now we get to the self-talk therapy section of this little charade. It appears as if Will is having conversations with himself, and he just agrees with his other self about liking pretty enough women. It's almost like he's saying he realizes these women aren't really that attractive, but he'll take what he can get. I mean, can this song get any more humiliating?
Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, lemon. I like women.
Hang on a second. Have I been missing something this whole time? Why is Will so hell-bent on making us think he's so attracted to pretty women? And then he can't even place a standard on those women for attractiveness? It's patronizing. Like, I know most guys won't think you're hot, baby. Maybe you're a little bit chubby. Maybe you got a mole on your eyelid. And maybe you got 3 baby daddies and 2 bankruptcies on your record. But you're hot to me. I mean, women out there, would you find that seductive? I mean, say what you will about him, but even Lou Bega described the women he was attracted to in detail. Even gave them names. You could tell he had a taste for all different kinds of women in a more sexual yet playful way. This just feels performative. Like his mouth is moving a whole lot, but his actions are telling a way different story. I mean, literally nobody was saying shit. It was dead f***ing quiet. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Will Smith.
I like women. I love pretty girls.
I mean, does anyone else think that's strange as f***? Yes, I'm aware that I've been purposely avoiding an elephant in the room this entire time, who I'm sure has identity and self-worth issues because of it now. I mean, I thought I was big enough. It's been 10 minutes, how come he hasn't noticed me yet? I didn't want to bias my review by leading right into calling Will Smith gay because I feel like there's so many other issues to tackle here that are more important. But yes, it does feel as if he's trying to convince us that he does in fact like the punani. And not just pretty girls, but any girls. It's not even like a brag, but a pleading for us to see him as we once did in the 90s. It's an echo of his last song, Interior Barbershop Day, but with an even more obnoxious and flamboyant mask on. This isn't just your dad trying to seem cool. It's like your dad trying to seem cool while wearing high heels and a dress. We get it, Will. You're cool, and you're straight, and you like all the pretty girls. Whatever you need to hear, bro. Just don't start hacking up people and putting their body parts in refrigerators.
There it is, truth about me. Ain't too many women ain't pretty to me. Ain't too many women ain't pretty to me.
You know, I really wish the double negative in this were the biggest issue. Then we end with the same pretty girls refrain from before, and it's over. Will Smith's career, his masculinity, and this song. Thank God. Another thing I have to mention is Will's style in this video. Now, I know that celebrities have offbeat personalities and they can get away with dressing in bizarre and even ugly ways, either because they're eccentric or because they want the attention. I think for this case, it's neither. See, what I think is happening here is Will Smith still wants to be perceived of as cool. And like I said in my previous video on this subject, where I went more in depth, those days are far behind him. I mean, every single one of these outfits is terrible, and I'm not a fashion snob, I promise. I just don't even think these styles were ever cool in the history of fashion, but people are free to correct me if I'm wrong. But is this what Will Smith's idea of what the hip youngsters think is cool and fashionable today? I mean, is this what Jaden is telling him? I really wouldn't take fashion advice from that kid. Just saying. All I know is some Gen Alpha intern is laughing hysterically somewhere. Dude, you're like 60. Get off the table. That's all I gotta say. Will Smith, please, for the love of God and your kids, stop embarrassing yourself. It's not just cringe, it's a cringe nuke of epic proportions. And it's doing irreparable harm to the ozone layer, the ecosystem, and the future of humanity itself. Like Ice Cube once said, you don't gotta lie to kick it, bro. If you gay, you gay. No problem. Gay is in now. Didn't you check with your other liberal Hollywood elites? But anyway, that's a discussion for a whole nother channel. If you're new here, make sure to give me a like and subscribe to the channel. You can also join my Patreon if you really like the content to support me on a monthly basis. Just check my links in the description for more info. Thanks everyone for listening, and as always, stay scared.